It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by Shaq and the Jet. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. And it's been disappointing lately for Los Angeles. They lost game one in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. A chance to see one of the purest scorers in the league tonight. Rudy Gay's in action. He can make it look so easy at times, Kenny.
Yeah, he makes it look easy. You know, the one thing about him, he mixes his game up pretty well. You know, he shoots his threes to keep the defenders honest, but he takes it to the rim just as much. But consistent scorer. I know Shaq loves him, you know, from the start of his career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy you can count on. Ernie Kennedy put up points. And what I really like about his game is he can handle the pressure of being the main scoring option.
That about does it for now. Tip-off, fast approaching. We send it to Kevin Harlan.
Then why?
We're coming at you from the Staples Center in beautiful downtown Los Angeles as the Clippers prepare to take the floor. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. And it's another road game for the Spurs. And, of course, Laverne. A lot of what he's been doing in his first several games with his new team, just feeling things out, using that basketball instinct and learning the playbook.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and man, was he excited about getting the opportunity at a fresh start. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level, and I'm sure that's what their thought process was when they made the deal.
And the starting group for the Spurs, Leonard and Aldridge, the 2 stars at the 3 and the 4. Parker and Green, the tried and tested backcourt. And it's Gasol and at the 5 down low. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. Both these teams, Brent, are well-seasoned, have veteran leadership.
So you expect, Kevin, if the game gets close, that the coaches might not have to use as many timeouts, can call some of their deeper sets in the playbook, and these teams will execute.
Leonard with the ball. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Leonard. Off target with his 3. Here's Los Angeles now. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Parker kicks to Green, and there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Wesley Johnson's checked in for the Clippers. Now here's Gasol. 14 points from him the last game against Houston.
And don't forget about the 4 blocks. Just a big all-around game, particularly on the defensive side.
And here is Los Angeles now. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And in that game, guys, their three-point shooting really was their own worst enemy. Even when they got the open looks, they just had an inability to knock them down.
The three-point shot, an essential weapon for every team to have. It can't completely disappear as it did tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
And it's the one thing that this Clippers franchise they can't seem to escape, and that's drama. I mean, every year there seems to be one odd story coming out from this team. You have to think that it wears on their ability to stay focused over the course of a season.
So we can't get either to fall. And with the Clippers and their drama, most recently, Greg, it had been Blake's off-the-court incident and the team convincing DeAndre Jordan to stay.
Yeah, and there's a reason why the Clippers play in the land of Hollywood dramas, right? I mean, you would think if they could make it through a season drama-free, they could be scary.
And you look back, the Spurs, one of the very first teams to really scout the globe and bring in international players.
Well, it's also interesting, Kevin, that the trend continues. Even last year in the 2016 draft, in the first round, we saw a lot of international players being snatched up as building blocks for their franchises moving forward. But the Spurs always have been successful at finding some hidden gems, and their general manager deserves a lot of credit for it.
Both shots good from the stripe. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gallinari.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Gallinari with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Bass. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
That's how you draw it up. Each guy doing his part. Beautiful fast break.
Now here's Parker. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. Here's Leonard. Johnson with the block. And Beverly kicks to Bass. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Bass has got his second bucket of the night.
Hit his teammate right in stride. That's a great assist.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Johnson. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop. And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
And they've had some good looks, but can't seem to get it going here. 1 for 5. Tough way to start it.
Poked away. Outside Green. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. So it's San Antonio now. 6-point game. And good that time.
Well, at a time when threes and dunks are the toast of the league, Leonard showing that strong mid-range game can be just as valuable.
Here's Bass. He can't hit that time. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Well, how much more does it mean that they did this on the road? Some tired legs on their starters led to more minutes for the bench, and that turned out to be a big blessing in disguise.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. He said if they want to go up 2-0 in the season series tonight, they have to be just as sharp as they were the first meeting. He said we can't get sloppy and expect to win. We have to be careful with our shots and take care of the ball. We'll see if they can execute just as well this second time. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Appreciate the information. I think, guys, it's not the first time that shooting has been a focus for this team.
Not at all. I mean, a lot of their offensive philosophy really centers around their ability to create and take good shots.
Yeah, and that's going to be a result of this team playing with tremendous patience. You got to run the plays instead of gunning the ball towards the rim. Just make good decisions overall.
Now, here's Beverly following the miss by LaMarcus Aldridge. Parker with the steal. And finished off by Bass.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Feeds it to Beverly for the three. And finished off by Bass.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
And that is a statement. We're going to keep coming at you hard, even if we've got the lead.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
And Beverly kicks to Bass. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Spurs trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Aldridge wide open, he fires. Offensive rebound outside for Gasol. And the wide open shot from Green. No good on the triple.
Well, sometimes when you're that wide open, you start to overthink it, and it looks like that's what he did there.
Right wing. And Gasol sends it back. And here is Parker. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Good looking screen by Gasol. Gasol, a screen on Gallinari. And it's Leonard missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter. And this last offseason, Pau Gasol coming over to the Spurs in free agency, it seems to be the exact kind of player that the Spurs would want on their team, especially with his basketball IQ. Pau liked the fit as well, and it didn't take long for him to join San Antonio.
And it's Leonard missing.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon, because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And for Gasol on the Spurs, it was actually another Gasol that was prompting Pau to join the team. His brother Mark told him, go to San Antonio.
Yeah, and what is strange is that Mark is very much on a team that rivals the Spurs. So I don't think Mark was doing it just so he could battle his older brother 4 times a year. I think he meant what he said with the Spurs. They are a great organization and would probably make the best fit for Pau at the end of his career.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Plumlee is checked in for Johnson. Harrell comes in for Brandon Bass. Sam Decker's checked in for Gallinari. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Wesley Johnson. Now here's Mills. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Hakeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Clippers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And the free throw, no good. And team chemistry is so interesting to look at, Brent. You see some teams like the Warriors, players accept lesser roles. Andre Iguodala stands out, a Finals MVP 2 years ago. But in other teams, it's a problem. What creates, in your mind, that difference?
I think you have to understand who you are first and foremost. I know Greg Popovich all the time talks about guys checking their ego at the door and understanding how important it is for you to accept your role. And the quicker you do it, Kevin, the more you can accomplish in the season. There were many years in the NBA where a lot of guys did not understand what the coach was asking them to do until after the All-Star break. And after they accepted the role, the team would have this great run of wins.
Wonderful run.
But too late. If it was 2 months sooner, it would have been teams that would have participated in the postseason.
Coaches, GMs, they love the skill, but they also like the mind that goes with it and the framework with which they're going to play on that team.
It speaks to guys having maturity, Kevin, and that's sometimes hard to come by with how young the league is. And when you look at the Spurs, it's about the offensive philosophy in terms of ball movement. You look at the numbers, players shoot much more efficiently off of the catch than they do with the dribble. The Spurs exemplify the good to great in ball movement. So had his head on a swivel and found the open man. Nice assist.
Now here's Beverly. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Harrell slams it in.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
Maybe carried out from morning shoot-around to the game, completely focused, confident, no better way to start off the night.
Here's Ginobili after the basket by Montrezl Harrell. Ginobili right side, pulls up, high post. The Spurs rebound. Lee dishes to Ginobili. Down low. Second shot opportunity, and there's Gay. That's good on the assist by Ginobili.
Yeah, there's really no defense for that one. Turnaround jumper, on time, on target.
Ginobili against Beverly. The dish to Decker. Again, Los Angeles.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Taken away by Williams. And Harrell slams it in.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, not only have they been the aggressors, their early execution has been off the charts.
Screen by Lee. Mills passes to Lee. Gay outside. The three. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Didn't let the defense throw him off his shot at all. And that was some stingy D. Great focus to still be able to knock down that triple.
Now here's Williams. 11 points for him in that last game against Denver. And that one's good. Beverly.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Now Mills. Pass to Ginobili. Puts up a three. Rebound by Harrell.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Here's Beverly. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
That free throw, no good.
And Pop now in his second decade as head coach of the Spurs, closing in on a 3rd decade with the team overall. Incredible to see that kind of longevity for a coach with one team.
The Spurs making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. And he sinks the second. And you think of Popovich's tenure since he took over the Spurs back in 1996. There have been over 220 head coaching changes in the NBA. That's amazing.
That's just incredible stuff, Kevin. And so many people throughout the Spurs family tree of coaches have been hired not only to be on the bench, but as general managers of teams. So the brain trust of San Antonio and the branches of that franchise, boy, there's touches of it all over the NBA. Well, you see how difficult he makes it on anyone that's going to try to guard him. Just an offensive dominant player.
Here's Beverly. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Beverly's got 6 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Ginobili kicks to Lee. There's a screen. Screen by Lee. Mills. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by Harrell.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Well, he could not have been any more wide open, guys. Wow, I bet he nails that shot next time he gets a clean look.
Shot's good by Lee.
And don't look now. If there's anything Leonard could improve upon, it's getting his teammates more involved. Exhibit A, that assist.
Now here's Williams. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Beverly. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Mills. Passes it to Leonard. Drops one in from the wing. Leonard's got his third basket of the night right there.
Well, a marksman from every spot on the floor. Didn't think you'd say that about Kawhi Leonard coming out of college, but now one of the toughest covers in the league.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 12. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And we had the chance to catch up with Greg Popovich, and he talked about how he felt Tony Parker ranks among the league's best point guards.
To be in the conversation, I think, is totally appropriate. And Tony is very often not even in the conversation when people talk about top 10 guards and that sort of thing, which has always amazed me. All you hear is all the other names, whoever the new young guard is. And there's a lot of great ones. But to leave his name out seems ridiculous to me.
Pop breaking it down and telling it like it is as usual. You got to love having a guy like that as your coach.
You have no idea how huge that is for a player. Is Tony Parker a great all-star, champion, future Hall of Famer? Absolutely. But would he have reached that level without Greg Popovich as his coach? I don't think even Tony would tell you that. So kudos to Pop.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Yeah, I just really love that they're playing with their hearts tonight, contesting shots, making their opponent work for every point.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Williams is out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Gallinari. Then it's Johnson. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kawhi Leonard is a low-key superstar. He doesn't have 5 words to say to anybody. He said recently, "I'm not one of the guys in it for the fame. I'm here so I can take care of my family, take care of myself. I love the game of basketball, and as long as I can keep playing and try to get some more championships with the organization, I'll be happy." And that makes him a perfect fit with this franchise, Kevin.
All about the game, D.A. Thanks.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The feed now to Williams. He kicks to Rivers. Shot left block, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Spurs trail by 15. Poked loose. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Gallinari. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Once Gallinari gets his man into the air, he is so good at drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line.
And with Gallinari, he is a guy who, if he gets a few to drop early, it does wonders for his game. His confidence build, it soars, in fact, and Brent feeds off his own energy to put up big numbers.
Well, there's sometimes those games where Gallinari has those moments and gets that look. He'll start to pull up from deep and drain shots and start looking at the crowd, firing up his teammates. And once he gets that confidence going, he'll start backing down smaller defenders and become a complete offensive player.
And you have to feel good about seeing Gallinari out there healthy. He's missed so much time in his career, Brent, due to injuries that you just can't prepare for.
I mean, imagine in the prime of your playing career to miss an entire season. He came back better than ever from his knee surgery. And you always wonder if players returning from such injuries will be more cautious with their play. It's interesting to see Gallinari regaining that confidence and form.
That's good from Gay on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now here's Rivers. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Denver.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Aldridge. And certainly LaMarcus Aldridge has the capability to be a go-to scorer, but Brent, he takes a lot of mid-range contested jump shots. Those aren't historically really Spurs types of shots.
Well, it's been interesting, Kevin, because LaMarcus Aldridge is so good at the mid-range that it's made Popovich rethink some of his offensive calibration, and they've searched him out in the spots where he's best. I think his comfort level continues to rise inside of this offense, and he'll get more and more efficient.
Both free throws good from Aldridge. And they say it's a players' league. How much do you think, Brent, does coaching make, kind of difference does it make in the NBA compared to other leagues? And how much is it motivating players, the main job of a coach?
Some of the best coaches in our league, Kevin, aren't really the X's and O's guys that can draw up a play in a timeout. It's about massaging the character of your team, being able to take the pulse of your team and the temperature of your team. Yeah, and during the right times during the season, be able to activate maybe your brain in a different way and get you out of the monotony of what an 8-month season is about. So some of the more creative minds in our game are not the X's and O's guys, but the ones who try to do a little something different just to tweak you, to keep you engaged and make sure they get the best out of you.
Great insight. Now here's Parker. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Green, the screen. 6 on the shot clock. 11 feet away. Rebound by the Clippers. Johnson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for the Clippers.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
The Clippers have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game. First one falls for him.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. San Antonio with the ball, trailing by 17. San Antonio calls timeout.
Start it.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Yeah, maybe these matchups aren't the best for his defense. I'm sure he's taking a long look right now at the bench to find some answers.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at San Antonio. The season well underway, and they've been solid. In third right now. And, of course, there's the Clippers, 4.5 games behind.
Yeah, and I think the Clippers, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
It's got to be frustrating for them so far this year. Anytime it's appeared that they're ready to break out, they suffered some sort of regression, and it has them stuck right there in the middle of the standings.
The Clippers have gone 9 of 13 from the line.
Wesley Johnson at the line for 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. Spurs trail by 18. Parker dishes to Gay. He feeds it to Gasol. Stolen by Rivers.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Rivers. Brent, when you played, you were known for your passing a point forward. Much of the time, it seems that ball movement has really become paramount for the best offenses in the NBA. Would you agree?
I absolutely agree, and I love the fact that you would classify me as a forward.
You could play
Forward,
any position.
Guard, wing,
you could play
wing.
4
It's
positions.
a positionless game nowadays,
and
Kevin.
you were
I don't know if you've read articles.
And you were positionless in so many ways.
Sometimes the coach positioned me on the bench.
Unjustly. Green kicks to Parker. Spurs passing it around. Gallinari against Gay. He dishes it to Aldridge to end the run, and the jumper falls for him.
Love the follow-up. It's as if Aldridge knows where the shot's coming from and gets himself in great position on the glass.
Bass, a screen on Parker. Rivers kicks to Bass. Johnson, a wide open look. Offline with his 3. Spurs trail by 18. Parker outside. Gay outside to the middle. Off the pick. Rebound by the Clippers. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Johnson with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Parker. Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Gasol. Back to Parker. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Parker's got 4 this quarter.
And what about the way Gasol sees the floor? So gifted at whipping the ball all over to the open man.
Bass, a screen on Parker. Here's Rivers. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Here's Gay. That's short off the rim. Clippers leading by 18. Gallinari wide open. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Now here's Parker. Nobody near Gay. Drains it from beyond the arc. Gay's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, the assist by Parker, just brilliant. Really seeing his teammates out there.
Laverne, he's checked in for the Spurs. The Clippers have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Rivers kicks to Gallinari. Inside, it's tipped. Laverne with the steal. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That is his first foul of the game. Spurs trail by 17. San Antonio calls timeout.
Timeout. Start it.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
In a moment here to highlight some of the best and brightest from beyond the stripe. Number 1, Gallinari.
He is as automatic as they come from behind the arc, and that shooting ability makes him an option every trip down the floor.
Green, the screen. Parker kicks to Gay. Clippers leading by 17. Rivers with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Johnson with a screen on Green. And Gallinari kicks to Bass. And finished off by Bass.
Incredible spring off the floor there for a power forward, and he needs that as an undersized big.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Plumlee, he's checked in for Johnson. Harrell comes in for Brandon Bass. Sam Decker's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Wesley Johnson. The Spurs also changing it up. David Lee checked in for Gasol. Ginobili comes in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. Spurs trail by 17. And when you think about it, speed, such a fundamental part of Parker's game. You wonder how well he'd age in the NBA.
Well, one season he almost led the league in points in the paint, and that's for a point guard. So those days are gone. He relies more on a deadly in-between game. He's the youngest of the Spurs' big three, but with his hamstring injury just 2 seasons ago, they look to manage those minutes a little bit more carefully.
Here's Beverly after the made shot from Manu Ginobili.
And let's quickly take a look at the stats for Gay. His last 10 games, averaging 15 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And with the playoffs on the horizon, it's a completely different type of game.
Well, the difference, Kevin, really is the fact that you're able to dig so much deeper into what a team does and how effective they are, and then be able to take those things away. That is the test during the playoffs that everybody's up against. Is your next best good enough against our next best?
And even just small moves can make such a difference.
Little tiny adjustments and wrinkles in some of the things that you do can really throw off a team with the way that they're preparing for you and what you're about to bring in terms of the storm the playoffs are.
Ginobili kicks to Lee. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Clippers leading by 15. Rivers passes to Decker. And here's Plumlee. Here's Rivers. Drills the three-pointer. Rivers has got 5 now.
Wide open there. The defense just completely in snooze mode.
Now here's Mills. Screen by Lee. Ginobili can't get that one to fall. Rivers can't get it to go.
Just not his night so far, guys.
Ginobili kicks to Gay. Here's Lee. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Williams, he's checked in for Rivers. And San Antonio also making a switch. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Rudy Gay. The Spurs have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Now Beverly. He's got 10. Here's Decker. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Leonard. Mills dishes to Ginobili. Now here's Mills. He's tightly guarded. On the wing, Lee. Nobody near Leonard. Off target from outside. Clippers leading by 15. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know Greg Popovich uses a lot of different tools to motivate his players. Sometimes it's the things he doesn't say that works best. Popovich said, sometimes in timeouts, I'll say, I've got nothing for you. We just turned it over 6 times. Everybody's holding the ball. What do you want me to do? Figure it out. Now get up and walk away. Because it's true. It's on them. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. That accountability goes a long way. And the first one drops. And a shooting guard by position, but Ginobili can run an offense, Brent, like a point guard, can he?
He's an incredible playmaker and has surreal vision. That's something he's gotten better at year after year. And he's so good at running pick and rolls, slithering around, using his body. Always gets to that left side. I don't know how he does it, Kevin, but always gets left.
And so Ginobili nails both of them.
And really, the Spurs, for most of Manu Ginobili's career, have limited his minutes. Last season, the least minutes of his career, and the Spurs look to keep him fresh and healthy come playoff time so he can be a major contributor.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Spurs trail by 17. Pass to Lee. Spurs passing it around. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Here's Lee. San Antonio again missing. And Manu has dealt with injuries through his career. The Spurs trying to rein him in at times. They've forbidden him to play for the Argentinian national team.
Well, over his strong protest, that roster for Argentina, known as the Golden Generation, with an incredible gold medal winning team and rightfully a huge source of pride for Manu Ginobili.
Now here's Mills. After Sam Decker's miss, 6 on the shot clock. The tray. That shot off. Excellent D there from Williams. .151 left in the first half of the game. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And we know he could drill that from there, even with defenders closing in.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got 8.
And this is where Leonard has become so difficult to defend. He can beat you with a variety of moves inside, including the one we just saw.
Beverly against Ginobili. The kick out to Williams. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Spurs trail by 21. And Mills kicks to lead. 56 seconds left in the first half of the game, but they recover it. Mills in the corner. Off target from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Williams kicks to Harrell. Decker passes to Plumlee. Just his first attempt. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. We've got 28 seconds left now here in the second. Lee kicks to Leonard. There's the pass to Laverne. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Nice touch from Laverne on the jumper. He really has a beautiful stroke.
Here's Williams. 6 points for him. Kicks it to Beverly. Plumlee sets the pick for Beverly. From the stripe, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Tonight, he's gone 3 of 6 from the line.
And his performance at the stripe hasn't been what I'd call outstanding in this game so far.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Beverly. Mills. That shot missing. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Clippers lead by 21. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to review the first half of action. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Let's start with you, Kenny. What did you think?
Well, shooters were popping open right and left. Exceptional ball movement. Guys racing off screens, spotting up, knocking down shots. That's the way you play basketball unselfishly, and it was superb, and they exploited all the weaknesses of the defense.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
It is just about time now for the third quarter to begin. After the final buzzer sounds, the three of us will still be sitting here talking to you.
Actually, it's 4 people.
We welcome you back with a view of the 110 freeway cutting right through downtown Los Angeles. Never a shortage of traffic on that stretch of road. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Patrick Beverly. He's been playing really well.
And the approach of that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense put them on the heels, and you're either going to score or get to the line.
Yeah, every drive has been decisive, and defenders just not keeping up with them. They are having to foul him.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. The defensive duo of Green and Leonard make up the perimeter. Rudy Gay is out there with Pau Gasol, and it's Parker in at the 1.
And it's become obvious to defenses around the league now. You can no longer give Kawhi any space on the perimeter.
And Beverly kicks to Rivers. Off the screen. Off the left rim and out.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, you want your guys to attack with confidence, but that's just a bad look.
Now Rivers, following Rudy Gay's three-point attempt. Rivers with it. Dishes it to Bass. It's good from long range. Bass has got 15.
Not a lot of talk going on defensively. That's a good shot for him.
Parker passes to Leonard. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
Well, coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was not a perimeter shooter, but he's developed into one of the league's finest. No longer a spot-up threat, though. He can create some offense on the block, able to handle the ball, and bully smaller players with that massive frame at 230, just moving defenders around.
Plumlee is checked in for Johnson. And, Brent, you look at the growing offensive role for Kawhi Leonard. For as many touches as he gets, he hardly ever turns the ball over.
Well, have you seen his hands, Kevin? How would you get the ball away from those things? You just don't find players who can score in isolation, space the floor, and protect the ball as well as he does.
Leonard hits them both.
Getting to the foul line more and more these days. Kawhi has become the complete package.
Bass with the screen. And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. Down low, shoots it. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
At the line for your Clippers, Brandon Bass. Taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Bass. The Spurs making a switch here. Gay's checked in. No good on the second free throw. It's stolen by Bass from 18 feet away. Offensive rebound. Feeds it to Gallinari. Now the dish to Beverly. Pass to Plumlee. Gasol with the steal. Gay passes to Leonard. Green dishes to Parker. Gay, he's open. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 7th assist here tonight. Clippers leading by 18. Beverly with the ball. Gay picks him up defensively. Bass with a screen for Gallinari. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Even though Parker is slowing down a bit because of his age, the Spurs are looking more and more to sort of hide him on defense, cross-match him with guys. There's no doubt, though, that that experience and veteran savvy is still something they'll lean on the offensive end.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Gallinari. And as Parker loses a little of that blinding speed, we see a few less layups, a few more of his trademark floaters.
And even, Kevin, some extended range there from the three-point line. He's made that shot a bigger part of his arsenal. They seek him out in the corners, much like Jason Kidd did in Dallas in the later part of his career.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Gay, a screen on Beverly. Parker outside. It's stolen by Bass. Lets a floater go, and Rivers gets it to go in on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got his 8th assist here tonight. Parker outside. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Gay can't hit.
Well, the defense ready for him there in prevent mode, making sure that he didn't get a clean look at that layup.
And Beverly kicks to Bass and finished off by Bass.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Yeah, great vision, patience. He's been the catalyst for a lot of what they've done tonight.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, right now just getting barbecued. Maybe poor strategy, poor effort, could be both.
We take a look here at the shot chart.
And when you look at this shot chart, you get a good visual of just how often they are settling for something outside. They have to know that this defense wants them to take those kinds of shots, and they would be a lot better off if they recommit to attacking the basket.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Parker passes to Gasol, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. One thing that Greg is often underappreciated about Pau Gasol is just how aware he is out on the floor, not only on the defensive end, how he'll help out, but also his vision as a passer on the offensive side.
Really, Kevin, one of the best passing bigs to ever play the game, and it's a part of why he's been the crux of so many offenses. Very good at identifying and exploiting a mismatch for himself or others. Never forces things on offense and always takes what the team's giving. And over the years, Gasol has proven himself to be a valuable teammate, someone guys love to be around, a guy that plays well with just about anybody.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Clippers leading by 23. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Clippers head athletic trainer. At this point, he's saying that it looks like a grade 1 sprained ankle. We're well into this season, and that is the last thing this team needed. And that's going to make things much harder for them down the road. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
Well, for how hard he competes in the game, you know he's going to do just the same when it comes to rehab. He may recover faster than most because of it.
And here's Beverly. He's got 14. Passes it to Gallinari. Tries again. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
When you're defending Gallo, you have to be careful because he is exceptional at drawing the defense into him when he's shooting.
He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And the Clippers making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Gallinari hits them both. Spurs trail by 21. Parker outside. The feed to Gasol. The 3 from Leonard. Again, Leonard missing. Clippers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Gasol with the steal. Parker dishes to Gay. No good on the fast break pull-up.
You know, looking at his release and his form, it just seems like something is off, and it's affecting both his shot and at this point, his confidence.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Gay, a screen on Rivers. Now here's Parker. Outside Leonard. Goes back up. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Gallinari.
And the long arms of Gasol wreaking havoc on the D. They don't know what to do with him when he's going up with a shot like that.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Clippers leading by 22. Johnson kicks to Bass. Back to Johnson. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Plumlee. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Tony Parker. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 11 points a game, 9 assists, and 2 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Gay outside. Off target with his 3.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. So it'll be Brandon Bass shooting. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Shooting 1.
Brett, there's been some talk that the dependency on three-pointers is bad for the game of basketball. Even Greg Popovich, your former coach, said they weren't great for the sport. Do you see any truth in that?
Well, I think Pop's just upset that he didn't have as good a three-point shooters on his team over the past couple of years. I don't think so, Kevin. I mean, the game is moving towards the three-point line and expanding the space and pace type of offenses that we've seen, and teams having great success doing that. It's really hard to fault a team like Golden State, who's the blueprint for that sort of activity, motion, and scoring prowess. That's what teams are looking to do. The copycat league is underway, so more three-pointers are coming.
Rivers with it. He's picked up by Parker. 5 on the clock. Knocked away. The Spurs have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Stolen by Rivers. Plumlee in the high post. Here's Johnson. Second shot opportunity, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. While we have a moment here, let's reveal the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month. In fourth, the Spurs.
They've been playing great lockdown defense over the past month. They close out on shooters extremely well and do not allow easy looks.
That's good from Plumlee.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. Then for the Spurs, Lee's checked in for Gay. Ginobili comes in for Green, and it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Plumlee hits them both. Now Mills. And he lays it straight in. Mills has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, he lacks some size and some strength, but Mills creative in the inside to finish that one.
To the left side wing. Here's Rivers. No good. Shot missing. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Leonard, that's for 2. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Johnson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Williams kicks to Bass. He feeds it to Plumlee. He dishes it to Rivers. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 4th in scoring and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
Now here's Leonard. 15 points in the game. To the middle. Here's Gasol. Tries again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And Gasol is just so crafty, a magician, if you will, with the ball, and incredible at using his pump fake to earn that trip to the stripe.
The Spurs have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. The first free throw is good for the Clippers. Johnson, he's checked in for Plumlee. Harrell comes in for Brandon Bass, and Sam Decker's subbed in for Johnson. Gasol hits them both. Los Angeles leading by 21. Here's Williams. He has 6. Decker passes to Johnson. Decker dishes to Harrell. He kicks it to Williams. 5 on the clock. Johnson down low. He's up against Gasol. Off on the layup. Spurs trail by 21. Pass to Mills. Here's Lee. Tries again. Leonard, no luck. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Harrell kicks to Williams. And he banks in the layup. Williams has got 8 points.
I think that's exactly the shot they wanted, Kevin. He can make that one all day long.
Ginobili outside, stolen by Rivers. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. And the slam by Williams.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
If these guys are focused on making a push with the basketball, they can be very good.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Not quite sure why he felt the need to rush that one. He had all the time in the world and just threw it up before he was ready to go.
Decker dishes to Johnson. To the paint. And Decker slams it in.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder, how much can they win by?
1 through 12, it's been a total team effort. Guys giving their all on both ends of the floor, and you can see that reflected on that scoreboard.
Here's Mills after the Clippers pick up 2. Picked by Lee for the 3, and Patrick Mills gets the 3. Mills has got 5 points now this quarter.
I think the move surprised the defense from Mills there. He runs the defender right into the screen.
Williams kicks to Harrell. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Decker, and again the Clippers good for 2.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
The shot's good from Gasol. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far. Johnson the screen. Williams passes to Johnson, and Gasol sends it back. In transition, here come the Spurs. Mills has got the ball. That one goes. Count it. He's got 9.
Key to defending Patty Mills is that at any time you know he can pull up off the dribble and bury it. Well, if Parker is the slower point guard at this point, Patty Mills comes in and definitely changes the pace for the Spurs. Out of Australia, a shoot-first guard who can hit off the bounce and off the catch. And so that three-point shooting ability puts pressure on teams. He's also a pest defensively, likes to get up and into guys.
Nice shot by Ginobili.
How's that for a quick possession?
He did not hesitate one bit. Great explosion.
Williams kicks to Harrell. The pass to Rivers. Takes the three. Rebounded by the Spurs. Gasol's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And Brent, you talk about Mills' ability to pressure defensively. Very quick, and he gets a lot of steals.
Well, sometimes he can get caught gambling at times, Patty, but on the whole, a very capable defender, a bit of a gnat out there, and a valuable player when you consider he went undrafted out of St. Mary's of Moraga.
Gasol with the steal. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Shot's good by Lee.
His shooting percentage is really outstanding tonight, and his team has needed it big time.
Rivers dishes to Harrell. No good again that time. Spurs trail by 16. Ginobili kicks to Mills. Dishes it to Leonard. And he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, this is something he's working on. A good natural leader from the point guard position wants to help out by becoming a better facilitator.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Clippers on top. They lead by 14. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Nobody holds the ball, not even 1001. You catch it, it's a shot, it's a drive or pass, whatever you got.
Specific instructions from Greg Popovich. If you don't have a clean look, don't have an open lane, move the ball.
Yeah, and the key is fast decision making, and that takes great recognition from all 5 guys in terms of communication. That's really what we call chemistry.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. They've got Gallinari. Johnson is out there with Brandon Bass. Then it's Johnson, and it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Yep, he's going to kill you coming off of those down screens. As a defender, you have to fight over the top.
Parker passes to Aldridge. All sorts of time. It's rebounded by Bass. Bass has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And Gallinari kicks to Johnson. High post try. And the shot falls short this time.
Yeah, he's not hitting much of anything, but his team remains in front because of what they've done and how well they've been scoring.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Bass dishes to Johnson. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Count it. Good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Beverly with the ball. Johnson outside. Jacks up a 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Spurs trail by 13. Here's Gay. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 9th assist in the game now. Gallinari outside. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Beverly, the pass to Johnson. Clock at 6. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
At the line for your Clippers, Wesley Johnson. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Johnson.
And making the most of their opportunities at the line here in the second half.
And he can't hit the second. Spurs trail by 12. Gay right side. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. And Bass kicks to Gallinari. Count that one. Gallinari's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Nice swing action there. Gallo, he simply squares up and rises to the occasion.
Here's Parker. There's the dish to Laverne. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And here's Beverly. Kicks it to Bass. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. In transition, here comes San Antonio. The offensive rebound. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Laverne.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Hey, look at yours.
Now here's Beverly. Out left to the wing. Bass dishes to Johnson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Feeds it to Aldridge. Back to Parker. The dish to Laverne. Gay in the corner. Launches it. The rebound by Johnson. Clippers leading by 11. Releases from 15 and finished off by Bass.
Well, he really could time those perfectly. What an assist.
The Spurs have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Pass to Laverne. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Bass, a screen on Parker. Passes it to Bass. And here's Johnson outside. Nailed from 3-point land. And the Clippers lead by 14.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
A super high percentage shot from Aldridge there. Layups work.
Los Angeles has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Beverly, the pass to Gallinari. And Bass kicks to Beverly. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Beverly's got 5 points now in the quarter. Spurs trail by 14. Green dishes to Gay. Parker against Beverly. Parker kicks to Gay. From outside, off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. Parker with the steal. From 17 feet out, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Johnson, and it's good, 2 points.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
The Spurs have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Aldridge, the pass to Parker. Here's Gay. Here's Laverne. It's deflected. Now Beverly. The feed to Bass. He dishes it to Gallinari. 4 on the shot clock. From beyond the arc. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Gay. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Aldridge inside. Gallinari covering. Yep, that one goes in there. Aldridge has got 4 this quarter.
There's that 7'5" wingspan coming into play. Aldridge easily making that look inside.
And Beverly kicks to Bass. Johnson for 3. That one misses. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. It's Gay on the way. Pulls it from 20. And there it is for him. Gay's got 20. Here's Beverly. Johnson the screen. From deep, Gallinari. And then Johnson with the jam.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Spurs working the ball around now. Parker against Beverly. Another miss by Gay.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now.
Johnson sets the screen for Beverly. Johnson in the corner. From the baseline. No good off the front iron.
He is struggling mightily, but his teammates in this one have picked him up.
Pass to Aldridge. Dishes it to Gay. 5 to shoot from 18 feet away. Aldridge can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 14. Deflects the pass. Throws it up high. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Here's Parker. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And when Parker's converting on the pull-up, Jay, it has to be demoralizing to the defense.
Johnson the screen. Beverly dishes to Johnson. Gallinari outside. Johnson sets the screen for Gallinari. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Gallinari against Gay. Out to Parker. Back to Laverne. That's tipped. Basket good.
He's been precise on offense. I don't think he's made one mistake on that end of the floor so far.
Clippers with the ball. Leading by 12. Johnson, the pass to Bass. And finished off by Bass.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Wesley Johnson. San Antonio also making some changes. Pau Gasol's checked in for Laverne. And it's Leonard in for Rudy Gay. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball. Play within the offense and get good open shots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Beverly with the ball. Inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And right now, Gallo just on fire. Love the amount of attempts he's getting.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Looking to get it going. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Johnson. Clippers leading by 16. Beverly dishes to Johnson. Back to Beverly. pass against Aldridge. Bass passes to Rivers. That one drops for him.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Clippers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Bass.
He was able to manufacture offense tonight, even when they had plays that broke down or he had multiple defenders on him. It just didn't matter. He was going to get his points any way he needed to.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
His rebound total now in the double digits. Been an animal all night long.
Another shot, lead. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. Hits the three-point bomb.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
Yeah, and good to see that these guys are excited, gave their all and then some. This is the result of all that hard work.
And here's Mills. He feeds it to Leonard. He kicks to Gasol. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
They really did a nice job of getting the ball into an area where good things tend to happen, and they did.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin. Now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Brandon Bass. You know, tonight he put up his high for the season. Found his rhythm, never let up. Just a terrific scoring effort all the way around. What are your thoughts, Kenny?
He was just having a ball out there, making big plays up and down the court. It didn't matter who or what defensive scheme was on him. He just took the challenge and gave you the full arsenal tonight.
Well, how about his shooting tonight? He was locked in from the floor. Wide open, a double team, it did not seem to matter. He was going to sink it in. When you got a player who's that reliable, you're a tough team to beat.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business. This is Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.